Hello, hello, and welcome back for another eye-scorching episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM: The Long War. That's right, baby. This shit's gonna be so chock full of action that the U.S. Surgeon General will be forced to mandate a warning label for children and the elderly. Okay, that was a lie. I have to admit. Not the Surgeon General part. That part was true, actually, but the lie part had nothing to do with the action content of this video. No, it's actually more due to the fact that my gameplay is so awful that it's physically harmful to anyone with a fragile or otherwise delicate immune system. So, you know, children and the elderly typically falling into that category. On the plus side, though, despite the Surgeon General's mandate, my production time is going to stay the same, however, basically for two reasons. One, the elderly are too busy murdering what little remains of their faculties by watching CBS sitcoms to know what a Let's Play video actually is. And two, given our last several episodes, even someone as incompetent as myself is not likely to turn in too horrid a performance, considering that we're probably just going to be raiding another small UFO. I mean, shit, our last episode was so damn dull it might as well have just been security camera footage of our troopers squeezing off some practice rounds at the range, while periodically glancing at their watches to see if they were, you know, about to come off shift. So, I guess we'll head on up to Mission Control and let's just see if we can knock this shit out quick and get it over with and maybe go catch a few episodes of Swamp People on Netflix or something. Do love some Swamp People. Not so much the gators or the gator hunters, actually just like that one guy's dog. The dog's pretty fearsome. Yeah, I have 61 Illyrium, Russia. I'm not going to give you 30 of it for two scientists. The hell are you thinking? No. Not... I just have to assume that the Russians have had like 6.5 gallons of vodka so far this morning, despite the fact that it's only 10:20 a.m. here in North America. It's well into the evening in Russia, so there's at least a moderate excuse for them to being that absolutely, completely shit-faced drunk. Stealth systems. Does that unlock any research at all? Well, we could make shadow armor. Not that I'm entirely enthused about that. Stealth satellites is an interesting foundry project, at least. Would make them much more difficult to detect. Unfortunately, we don't actually have to really worry about our satellites being detectable because we have interceptors to keep them from getting shot down, so that's not really an issue. Pulse weapons take 100 Illyrium, and it's the last thing we can research. Unfortunately, we can't actually start because we don't have 100 Illyrium, so guess we'll just let Dr. Valen get back to whatever it is she does when she's not working on research. Honestly, I have some inclination of what it is that Dr. Valen does when she's not researching, and really, I already know too much. I don't want to know any more about what she's doing. I want no details, no specifics. Let's just get the hell out of there before we accidentally catch a glimpse of something we don't necessarily want to see. You know, like Dr. V finger-banging herself with the severed hand of a sectoid. Anyway, we have an overseer. Can we do anything about it? No, because this is not North America, and we've got all our eggs sitting in the one basket waiting for this big bastard to come fly over North America. So let's just send Pointer Sewell up to do his patented point at the enemy and then immediately fly away. It's actually how he got the name Pointer. He's just like, hey guys, look, they're over there! And then he just flies away while everyone else is looking.
Approaching target now.
Yep, we sure are, and then we're immediately no longer approaching that target. I wouldn't say we lost the bubble so much as deliberately popped it and then ran screaming into the night. I guess we'll keep an eye on this overseer. We can at least watch him. Oh, there you go. That was exciting. Flew around India for a little while and then took the hell off. So some psychic training is finished. Let's go take a look at the results. 2 failures in a row, huh, Tara Reid? Why am I not surprised by that? I'm still fairly convinced that the game is going to troll me into making you the volunteer. It's just going to take a ridiculously long time because, you know, it's Tara Reid. Why would she make anything easy ever?
New promotions available.
Yes, thank you, Magil. I'm actually just coming to deal with that. So let's take a look and see who else we might consider submitting for psychic training, actually. You know, Reb Brown actually has not an unreasonable chance. Let's put the Rebster in. I'm in the wrong spot. Let's go to the Scilabs, please. Yes, thank you. Oh, Justin Bieber going to be out in just 20 hours. That's delightful. So, Reb, why don't you head on in? Really, I think you should probably just learn Mindfray. Seems like it'd be the most useful for you. And let's throw one more soldier at it, because shit, why not at this point? Who else looks promising? Actually, Kesha. I would send Kesha, except I really would like to take her on our next mission. Because I'm pretty sure Kesha is just, like, right on the cusp of leveling. But you know who we can spare? Well, we could spare Tara Reid. You know what? Screw it. I'm continually sending Tara Reid over and over at this because I just don't want to have to look at her. And it gives me an excuse to not ever have to take her on missions ever again. So there you go. Back to scanning then. 1 heavy floater captive for 2 scientists and 2 engineers. Apparently Russia has sobered up in the interim since their last offer and come up with something reasonable. This I will say yes to. There you go. Congratulations, Russia. Enjoy that guy. I know Dr. Valen's going to be pissed that we took away one of her toys, but well, she's going to have to grow up a little bit, I guess. So there's our second plasma cannon finished, and that is actually fantastic.
The new engineers arrived this morning.
Yeah, that's nice, Dr. Valen.
We're always glad to have
Don't
more
really
help
care.
down here.
I actually just want to come down here and give Banjo the plasma cannon he so richly deserves. Really is all I'm looking to do. This is going to take Banjo out of action for a week, but fortunately for us, our Overseer did just fly off into the sunset, so it's unlikely that he's going to make a return visit anytime in the near future. And we have another laser cannon then that's no longer being used. Let's give it to... you know, honestly, there's really nobody good to give it to. Let's give it to Candyman, because he earned it with his 0th kill. You know what? Maybe a laser cannon is just the thing he needs to give him the confidence to actually get a kill. Although now that I say that, I know for a fact that he has previously been armed with a laser cannon and has absolutely not used it to get a kill. I think he tries to lead the enemy, not realizing that light travels fast enough that he doesn't really need to lead the enemy. We got a large UFO coming at us, huh? Alright then. I'm sort of tempted to just let this land, but I'm not going to. I'm going to send up... We gotta send up somebody. Let's heave a brick at him. I'm not actually looking to shoot this down because, in all honesty, I don't think we have a chance of shooting it down. I just want to do some damage and maybe soften up the target a little bit. I believe doing damage to the UFOs on their way in does sort of make the crew a little less formidable. Of course, considering that brick managed to hit that guy twice, not really sure that's going to pan out. So let's send old Ozone Moody fresh off his first kill up. See if maybe he can irritate this ship slightly. Looks like it may land before he gets there. Oh, nope, not quite. Alright, so Ozone gonna engage the enemy somewhat, like right over their landing zone. Next time he gets hit, we're bailing. Alright, so that's good enough. We've done some damage to it and probably scrapped our interceptors for a good long time, but only a crew size of 40, which fairly reasonable. So what do we got? Sectoid commanders, sectoids, heavy floaters. That's suboptimal. On the plus side, though, it does finally give us a chance for more plasma rifle captures, so we got that going for us. Outsiders, floaters, mectoids, chrysalids. Chrysalids I actually sort of like fighting these days because they're such a minimal threat. So let's put our crew together and get stuck in here. Now, we should have pretty much anybody we want at our disposal. It's been like a week and a half since we've had a mission. And on that mission, as I recall, we sent the trashiest of trash crews, so really anybody we would want should be ready to go. Let's find ourselves a leader then. I'm thinking probably Huge Axeman is going to be leading this one. Could be also Sean Penn. Huge Axeman needs experience. Sean Penn does not. Huge Axeman not quite as powerful as Penn. We could, however, you know, we could send them both. You know what? I think we're going to go tried and true. Sean Penn, Military Superman, really hasn't let us down. Any mission that he's been in charge of, with the exception, of course, of the mission where he lost his brother in arms, Slim and M, Marshall Mathers. But apart from that one slip-up, Sean Penn has led nothing but successful missions for us. I think when he goes out, he uses this rage over what happened to his buddy Slim and M to really sort of stay focused and keep on the enemy. Bring him to the dirt with laser pinpoint accuracy. Man, we don't have a lot of gunner working here either. Yet either, well, we're going to have to take Megan Fox. Is our Plasma Nova gun done yet? No? I'm guessing no. So we still just have the one heavy weapon, which means it's just going to be just one gunner for us. So for Megan Fox then, get her kitted out. We are going to give Megan a scope, of course the alloy bipod. Armor-piercing ammo has done some fine work for us on the last couple missions. Now we are going to spring for the Titan armor, I think, for Megan Fox. No, it's probably overkill. 14 health is really enough. That should be enough to pull Megan through. Scout, we're going to need a good, solid scout. And I'm thinking about channeling the physical embodiment of the sun god Ra since, yeah, we're going to. Red Brown, of course, is in the shop. And by shop, of course, I mean the Psi lab. We just sent old Reb down to see if he can turn his womanly shrieks into actual weapons to use against the enemy. So let's get Jaden kitted out here. A little Titan armor, of course, for Jaden. He'll be wielding the pink Can't Take Me Home commemorative alloy cannon in honor of his fallen homie. Never forget what they did. Now, he could equip a Psi grenade. Interesting. I think, actually, we will try that then. We're going to leave him with that battle scanner. That's fine. And we will give him the arc thrower. Since Jaden is psionically equipped, we can have him test out the new grenade type then. We want an assault trooper to keep him company, and that's going to be Miley, yeah, Cyrus, without a doubt. Miley, probably our top assault trooper at the moment. She'll come in like a wrecking ball on you. She's going to hit you hard and low. All she wants really is just to break your walls, but, you know, she'll wreck you. So Walker servos, breaching ammo, of course, in case of Muton, bring breaching ammo, and it's going to be a arc thrower for Miley as well. Going to grab ourselves a medic. The surgeon is available, but so is McBeef. Now, I really would kind of like to take McBeef, but he's not particularly close to level, and McBeef doesn't have, you know, he doesn't have quite the heals that that the surgeon has. I think in this instance, we're going to take the surgeon. So we're getting a lot of Master Sergeant coming off of this mission, but that's okay. This is a sort of a high-profile mission. I don't really mind dedicating our best troopers to making sure this shit gets done and done correctly. Now, on our last mission, we did take the Slim Shady Memorial Slug Slinger for old Chris Brown, and his aim is high enough that he doesn't need a scope, which is good because we're going to double up on medkits anyway. That held us in very good stead the last time we tried it, so I'm going to stick with that tactic because it worked out pretty nicely. What's that leave us here? We got 3 units. What are we missing? Not really missing anything except somebody to make it a things go boom, and that's going to be an engineer. Now, on our last mission, we took 2 engineers, and I have to say, I was really pleased with how that worked out. Really pleased. We got a lot of good action out of those double engineers, and I think we're probably going to do that again if we have a Master Sergeant engineer available. Do we not? Why do we not? Where are our engineers? Are they injured? They are. Oh, that's real bad. 15 hours, tool pusher? Come on, man. Come on. Alright, so Jesse James and Kim Kardashian are both out of action, so we may have to reconsider. We can't double up on engineers. What could we take instead? We could take Hugh Jacksman. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Alternative, if we had another, I would take another gunner in a heartbeat if we had another decent weapon for them to wield. We could take J-Lo. We could take one of our lesser gifted engineers just in an effort to sort of bump them up a little. Not necessarily a terrible idea. Alright, so we're definitely going to take Kesha. I mean, Kesha's going on the mission. We could theoretically get Kesha up to the Master Sergeant level. I think she's got to be real clear. Yeah, Kesha very close. As long as she survives the mission, she's going to make it. So, yeah, we're definitively going to take Kesha. Kesha's going for certain. We're actually going to give Kesha, I think, our Titan armor just to make sure that she stays as safe as possible. We're going to give her, of course, a plasma carbine to help with her foot speed. She's toting around a lot of explosives. Also, she does look quite styling in that Titan armor, I gotta say. Better than any club outfit you've ever put on, Kesha. It really covers up the skank nicely and makes you look somewhat respectable. So that leaves us 2 slots. Now, we can't go double mech trooper because one of our mech units is in the shop. Man, this is really a bit of a conundrum here. I think I'm going to take 1,000-yard Steward. I don't necessarily like this idea. Kristen is not exactly... How do I say this? Gifted? I'm going to go with gifted in any capacity. She's kind of shitty. Her aim is medium. You know what? I think we may give Kristen Stewart an alloy cannon here. She could see some close... she's going to be throwing grenades. Yeah, you know what? We're going to go with the alloy cannon. Aegis Armor alloy cannon. That way, in some kind of pinch, if we need her to dash up and maybe take a high-quality shot, she can get some good damage. We're going to deke those flashbangs. I don't really feel those are going to be overly necessary. We're just going to triple up on the grenades. And then for our last unit, we're going to take whoever our best available mech trooper is. I'd really like to see Drake in this equation somewhere. Is he still hurt? Good God, Drake. The man just, he cannot get out of the hospital to save his life. Which, oddly, you know, one usually goes to the hospital in order to save a life, so I guess that sort of makes sense. Man, we're not exactly blessed in the mech trooper department right now either. What else have we got for a mech trooper? Who's our next? So it's either... Okay, so it's either Ashley Olsen or Taylor Swift. And I don't even really feel that there's a contest in this department at all, then. It's absolutely going to be Tay-Tay. I mean, we're taking the Crimson Lipped Goddess of Death. We cannot have an Ashley Olsen level of intervention on this mission. That simply will not do. So Tay-Tay is going to be kitted out as we can kit her. And that's our team, so let's get it working then. Off we go. Not exactly totally thrilled by the fact that we don't have even a single
visual on the mission site.
Master Sergeant Engineer. Really come to rely on my engineers. Nice to see Lindsay Lohan back on duty, literally an hour too late to come on the mission. Nice job, Lindsay.
Brazilian authorities have requested...
Apparently that hangover that Lindsay had was a little more serious than she thought.
The UFO we detected landed in a remote area well away from any civilian population. We should expect hostile activity surrounding...
So is it on one of the two possible maps that we always fight him on here? Operation Fallen Mountain. Yeah. That's how they killed Enceladus. They dropped a mountain on him. Yeah. That guy was a god. That's how they killed him. Of course, they had to use a moon to kill Chewbacca. They dropped a moon on him, but apparently a Greek god not quite as stalwart as Chewie.
Roger that, Big Sky. Strike one. You are green to deploy.
All right, so let's we're gonna go with basically the exact same strategy that we used last time because it was remarkably effective. Where we just sort of came up this ramp and then we kind of occupied this little zone and just sort of dug in and let the enemy come to us. It worked well. I don't see any reason to change the plan. As effective as it was, I don't see any reason to just not try it again. So we're gonna have Chris Brown take cover behind this rock. He's going to pitch a battle scanner up here just to check out so we can see kind of whether or not it's clear. If we get the all clear from Chris Brown, we'll begin moving towards the ramp. Alright, so Chris Brown has revealed no enemies. And we're just going to begin moving in that direction then. So, very simple. Going to keep it tight. Everybody stay frosty. You know, stay frosty like a... delicious ice cream. No, I'm not actually sure if there's any ice cream in a Frosty. I was going to say ice cream-centric delicious treat from Wendy's, but I'm not too terribly sure there's actually ice cream in a Frosty. Because then wouldn't it technically be a milkshake? My instincts tell me that if it wasn't actually in a milkshake, they would market it as such. So anyway, stay frosty like a Frosty. Also, Frosties, one trick to those, dip fries in them. Really good. One would think, Frosty and French fry doesn't really seem like a natural combination. Oh, how wrong you would be in that assumption. Seriously, if you don't believe me, try it. Just try it. Frosties are like $1. You can get cheap fries, too. It's well worth your investment of both time and money, I guarantee. And speaking of which, guys, hey, if everybody comes back alive from this mission, Frosties for everyone. It's my treat. We'll take you on out to Wendy's. Get you all treated up. It'll be great. Have fun. Little flashbacks to like when you were 7 and you got an ice cream cone for being good at the doctor. It's going to be fantastic, guys. Alright, so we know this area is more or less clear. So we're going to send our fastest unit up to just sort of double check and verify. That's going to be old Miley Cyrus. Miley, what do you see? Alright, Miley confirms that the area is in fact clear. We're going to put Miley on Overwatch, and then it's going to be a little bit of dashing action here.
Yes, sir.
So the surgeon's going to dash up there. Hopefully this also will be clear. Excellent. Alright, so we can then take the desired position.
Running.
Everybody's going to be moving at best available speed. We don't want to strand anyone on the ramp because they will block off their companions.
Rolling out.
K-Stu, not exactly our fastest unit. So Kesha's going to be last to move because, again, Kesha, not exceedingly speedy. Taylor Swift, you can probably wiggle around through there, can't you? Yeah, Taylor Swift, she's thin. She knows how to shake it. She could probably have no trouble moving through a crowded room there.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
And we're just going to have Kesha bring up the rear then.
Time to motor.
Bringing up the rear of the charts, that is. Her last album sales, not fantastic. So then what we're going to do is probably set up for our double door kick, which was the strategy we used last time, worked pretty reasonably well. And so we do have a mechtoid. We've got a mechtoid sound.
What's making that noise?
Got some sectoids. We're hearing chrysalids. A lot of action. A lot of action here. So let's get old Megan Fox in position for the door kick. And we're gonna have Megan hunker down. K-Stew, what to do? I think we're gonna put K-Stew right there, actually. She'll be grenade support for this team on the door here. And I think this door team is, we're gonna go with... debating. I think Miley, probably our best bet. So we're gonna put Yeah here for this door. It'll be Yeah and Megan Fox. Then we're gonna take Jaden Smith, our scout. We're gonna bring Jaden down to here. Don't pop a pod, Jaden. That would be bad. Alright, excellent. Way to follow orders. Cypher Rage would be most pleased. Kesha's gonna be backing up Jaden. K-Stu, a little Overwatch is fine for you. We're gonna bring Sean Penn down in this area as well. I think we'll leave the Surgeon over in this vicinity. He can provide fire support where needed.
Orders confirmed.
And then we're going to have Tay-Tay come and kind of split the difference. Tay-Tay should be able to lend a little bit of support in either location as needed. We're going to Tay-Tay Overwatch. We'll move next unit, our next turn rather, our units will come up and take position on this door, then we'll open over here and see what we get. So those chrysalids are on the move. We do want to keep an eye out for those, although at this point chrysalids, some of the least dangerous enemies, really, for us. Alright, so where's Sean Penn? Jaden? Alright, Jaden, I want you over there, buddy. Sean Penn, you're here.
On the move.
Kesha, I want you right behind Sean. Get ready to wheel and deal with a grenade if necessary. It's Overwatch for Miley, Doc Brown, and K-Stew. And we're just going to bring old Tay-Tay up. And she's going to be the anchor, or rather the meat in this sandwich made of ass-kicking. It's a whoop-ass sandwich, and Tay-Tay is the meat. Oh, yeah. Double meat, actually, with Tay-Tay in there. That's not true, actually. I think Taylor Swift would definitively not What is this? Okay. I'm not sure what that purple thing was on the edge of the screen there for a moment, but it was certainly disconcerting because it looked like a great big giant chrysalid plate. Little nerve-wracking. No enemies, huh? Not sure I buy that. Yeah, I think the aliens are trying to hornswoggle us, so we're gonna double check with doors then. There are definitively aliens in here. We know for a fact there are. I see. Jaden Smith, I don't trust this. Could you please, I mean, we're gonna trust but verify, so Jaden, please confirm that. This area is enemy-free, huh? I see. Very interesting.
I'm on it.
I'm still not entirely sold on that, so we're gonna just double, triple, and quadruple check to make certain that this is, in fact, completely free of enemies.
Good to go.
Megan Fox, if you would be so kind. Huh, Megan Fox confirms. Alright, well, I mean, if you can't trust Megan Fox, who can you trust, folks? In a world gone mad, one must trust a Megan Fox. It's, you know, can't not trust Megan Fox. You just can't not. I don't really want to go too crazily this direction, so we're just going to bring Miley. I'm afraid there might be a pod of aliens sitting right outside what I like to call the anus of the ship here. Clearly, we are in the rectum of this harvesting vessel, which would make this giant opening here the anus. Gotta notice the harvester vessel, kind of a gaper. Like they've maybe been probed one too many times with a little too large of an object. Maybe consult a proctologist regarding that particular condition, but we're gonna bring Sean Penn over, put him on Overwatch as well. Huh. I am puzzled. Alright, Tay-Tay, why don't you come over here? I'm gonna come open this door, and if we don't see anything out there, we'll swing to the other side and pop that one as well. Now, we had an audio clue for this region just a moment ago. We got an audio clue, so there's got to be some aliens around in this neck of the woods somewhere. My theory is they may be on the roof. We may have chrysalids on the roof. Alright, Miley, Why don't you come over here and open this door? Now, if there's a pod out here, Miley should spot it. We'll see what we've got. Anything? Seriously, nothing.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
This is getting less and less believable. There's some kind of bizarre trap. I have to suspect some kind of alien shenanigans. They studied the footage from our last raid. Clearly, this is what's going on. The aliens are studying our tactics and adapting. They were expecting us to do this. It's the only explanation, really.
Affirmative. Covering now.
So we're going to send Jaden over here to this door, then. And I think we'll put Sean Penn in this vicinity. And I want a Grenadier backing Sean Penn up. So somebody with a grenade, that's going to be you, Kesha.
Location
I want you over there. Megan Fox,
Aye, aye.
I want you in a more central position so you can lend kind of volume of fire wherever it may be needed. K-Stew, why don't you head down here, actually.
Moving out.
And that should just leave us old Doc Brown. Oh, Doc Brown has already moved. Okay, so there are definitely enemies outside. Some manner of enemy outside the ship there. Okay, so there are chrysalids. I think chrysalids are on the roof. So we're going to send Miley out to take a peek and see if she can pop whatever pod is out here. There we go. All right, so well, that's not good at all. Miley's going to have to take an Overwatch. It's unfortunate, but it's got to be done. So, Miley, if you would be so kind, not to get shot. Oh, you didn't even draw it. That's actually beautiful. Way to be, Miley Cyrus. Fantastically done, man.
Heading to that location.
So Chris Brown's going to head over here. He's going to get on Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on.
Jaden Smith is definitively not going to open that door. Of all the things we are going to do, not opening that door is chief among them. We're actually going to have Jaden dash to here. Now, we could have Tay-Tay go outside and maybe take a couple pot shots at those guys, but we only have one pod spawned now, and if at all possible, I would like to keep that to a one pod minimum. Little Overwatch for Megan Fox. We're going to bring K-Stew right here, put her on Overwatch. In case anything comes through that door, she should be able to lend a little bit of grenade support. We're going to have to, unfortunately, dash with Sean Penn, who is easily our strongest Overwatcher. It's got to be done, however. I don't want anyone near this exploding bit. Let's bring Tay-Tay there, and we're going to put Tay-Tay on Overwatch. Anything that comes through that door should be getting the holy living shit blown out of it.
Moving to Overwatch.
So let's see if that Mechtoid is dumb enough to come at us. I hope he's dumb enough, I really do. Alright, so we've got the sectoids. We can hear the pitter-patter of their little feet as they scamper about outside. It's every ethereal's proudest moment when he hears the pitter-patter of little sectoid feet as they go on their first mission. Not sure what is hiding behind that tree. Now, I am fully expecting pod collapse to be a real thing, but in sort of on the plus side, pod collapse is definitively probably going to happen. Definitively probably? Anyway, it's likely. We're likely to get pod collapse, but we are going to force the enemy to come to us, so we should have the advantage in that we're going to bring them all in here. Come on in here! Not a fantastic shot from Taylor Swift, I have to admit.
Shot failed to connect.
Little free shot here from Miley with her reflex cannon. Not doing amazing damage, in that it did almost none. So, gonna get a free shot from Tay-Tay as well. We connected for 1 damage. That's bad. On the plus side, that guy has put himself in possibly the single worst position he could have chosen. It's not going to get much worse for this guy, actually. So here's how we're going to handle this.
On the move.
We're going to have to bust through this shield. We're not going to be able to storm outside and get the sectoids. It's not going to happen. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a proximity grenade right here. Doink. That's going to handle his shit. Now,
Watch your step.
Miley is flanked, which is problematic, but she should not be in the proximity radius of that explosive. And fortunately for us, Kristen Stewart is on hand and ready to lend some aid to her beleaguered friend. So it's going to be up, up, and over with a nice little grenade. And we're going to get both a proximity mine explosion, a grenade explosion, and that Illyrium generator is going to go up. And this gentleman is fucked with a capital F. Wow, I really have to say I was expecting a lot more out of that. I really was. I do want to make sure this guy doesn't have reactive sensors before I shoot at him, because reactive sensors is a serious problem. He has basically every other ability, but he does not have reactive sensors. All right, then. Well, this guy's going to die. That's going to be the long and the short of it, folks. I hate to be the bearer of bad news for Gentleman Johnny Mechtoid here, but he is done dealing. Megan Fox is going to rip him apart. 9 damage and a shred. He does have reactive sensors, and that was not on the list. Fortunately for us, that shot missed.
They're flanking my position.
Yeah, I'm not real enthused about taking this shot, actually. You know what? We may revisit your double tap shot in just a moment. I would prefer someone with a little better defensive position, perhaps, to take the next shot. Or someone with maybe a little more health, like, say, a Taylor... Oh, Taylor Swift is done, actually. Well, then. This is an interesting kettle of fish. I think Kesha can probably hit him with a grenade from here. Let's have Kesha go ahead and throw one. Yeah, she can get it over there. Plenty of room to spare, so let's... You know what? Let's just go straight at him. Drop this on him. This will not trigger reactive sensors, by the way. Explosives do not set it off. 7 damage. Well, Megan Fox is still going to do... I really don't like risking Megan Fox. We need her desperately. And this is not going to get the kill at any rate. This is very dangerous. It has to be done. So 8 more damage and a shred. Oh, apparently reactive sensors can only work once. So once you've gotten past the first go-around, you're okay. I'm comfortable with that. Was hoping for a little more damage out of Sean Penn, if I'm perfectly honest. I was expecting a little better performance from Sean. Let's bring Jaden Smith over here. Sean Penn still has a double tap available if we need it. Likewise, Miley Cyrus here.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to rely on Miley to get this done, actually. So Miley's reflex cannon's going to go to work. 4 damage. Wow, Miley has breaching ammo too, I'd just like to point out. If anybody's going through this armor, we would hope it would be Miley, but no such luck. I guess Chris Brown is going to have to close things out for us. Nice shot, Chris.
No way that just happened. Overwatch.
Yeah, that's not good. I was hoping to get Sean Penn on Overwatch, but clearly we are not going to have a chance to do that. Sean Penn is going to have to use a little bit of rapid fire to end that guy's life. And we're now going to have to rely on the door team, the sort of plug that we've got working here with Miley Cyrus and Tay-Tay as sufficient to deter anyone coming through the door. Also, that Mechtoid doing a little death breakdance to celebrate his own demise. That's unusual, but interesting to see. So there's definitively something on the roof. There's clearly something up here. I'm thinking chrysalids. There's a pot of chrysalids on the roof. It's almost got to be chrysalids. We have yet another Mechtoid somewhere. What's this, Overwatch from... Oh, I guess Chris Brown didn't move. Hey, Chris, I can't help but notice that your sights seem to be pulling about 6.5 yards to the left. If you could maybe adjust those a little bit, that would be good and pretty helpful for our mission here. Things aren't exactly going, I mean, too terrifically fantastic.
That's affirmative.
Just like to kind of point that out to you. So we're going to send Tay-Tay out to kind of take a peek. She can see precisely one sectoid, at which she has a not fantastic shot, but she can get the kill, likely with a grenade, assuming she can get it out there. Not enough range on that grenade, actually. Could send Yaya out. Don't really want to do that. Jaden Smith. We could send Jaden over for like an end around. That may be one of our better tactics. So let's take Jaden, and we're going to have him go sort of this way. And we'll probably send Jaden some company. I feel we could at least dedicate a Kristen Stewart level of intervention. And between the two of them, they should have a pretty good time flanking those enemies. Sean Penn is going to just readjust slightly, and I think we're going to have Sean Penn go into Overwatch. I don't really like Taylor Swift's position at all. We're going to move Kesha over also to just lend a little bit of support. It's going to Overwatch.
Scanning.
Megan Fox also probably going to Overwatch. So we're going... I'm playing very cautious here. Much more so than I normally do, but
On the move.
On these large UFO maps with the proclivity for pod collapse, I really feel that caution is sort of the watchword of the day. It's better to be careful on these missions than take a bad spawn and have everything just go horribly, horribly wrong in an instant. If we can get this first pod of sectoids cleared out, I'll feel more comfortable, and then we can go up and see exactly what is it that's up on the rooftops, because it sure fuck ain't Santa Claus up there. I'm betting he doesn't have 8 tiny reindeer with him either. There might be 8 tiny chrysalids, although chrysalids not really that small. Also, I really wouldn't want to run up there and spawn a pod of chrysalids. That seems bad. Let's have Miley go take a peek. Did they even move? They didn't even move. Alright then. So these sectoid bastards are not choosing to cooperate. Now, if history has taught us anything, it's that if we put Taylor Swift on this ramp, she will be literally invulnerable. I mean, she will not be able to be killed or harmed by any weapon at all, because ramps are the greatest defense in the world. This should be a kill. And there we go. Alright, so one of those sectoids is dead, and as a result, another one is also dead. Apparently, the mind link chain has collapsed. We're going to put Miley on Overwatch. Chris Brown is fine where he's at. We're going to put him on Overwatch. We're going to send Chris Brown out here on our... Or rather, sorry, Jaden. That was rough. I didn't mean to call you Chris Brown, buddy. That was uncalled for. I admit. Freely admit that was completely unnecessary.
Moving to Overwatch.
I'm just going to put him on Overwatch, and... I still think caution is probably the watchword of the day. We know at least 2 of those sectoids died, but I really still don't relish the thought of taking a whole lot of unnecessary chances, particularly with chrysalids in play. If they get lucky and drop down on us, they could do a number on several of our troopers before we really get a chance to react.
Locked and loaded.
Nice to see that the ship is progressively burning down. Alright, so there's something over in that direction.
I think I heard something.
And still, definitively, a number of whatever is up there on the rooftops. Up on the rooftop, quick, 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 they will impregnate you with a slick. Yeah. Alright, Tay-Tay. Drop down here and make sure that the sectoid menace has been eliminated. Alright, well, it hasn't been eliminated, but, certainly not in a good position. Miley Cyrus could actually kill both of those guys. So let's see what kind of shot... 75% is not as good as I would have liked, really. Then again, Miley could probably kill the other 2 as well. So let's just take the slam dunk here. And that's 1 dead. They're not falling back. They really should get an opportunity to fall back. We're going to have Miley Cyrus just jump down and finish these chumps off then. So it's going to be Reflex Cannon 1. That's a dead sectoid. And Reflex Cannon 2 isn't even going to be required because that guy's just going to fall over dead. Alright then. So that should be all the sectoids dealt with. And we're going to then reposition and get ready for whatever was over. I mean, we got an audio clue from that direction. I think what we're going to do is have Chris the Surgeon Brown go take a look.
Enemy in sight.
Oh, so Chris the Surgeon Brown has found what appears to be a number of floaters. Alright, well, the Surgeon does have a shot here. Specifically, a terrible shot that he should not take under any circumstances. Because it's going to get him killed. So we do have 1 unit with the ability to draw at Overwatch. Unfortunately, that unit is dreadfully out of position. So this one's going to be up to Kesha then. We're going to have her come in with... well, we were hoping to have her wheel and deal with some grenades, but clearly that's not in the cards. So we could take Sean Penn to full cover and have him try and do some work for us. Seems unlikely that Sean would be able to get the kill. Megan Fox also not in the world's greatest position. We're actually going to dash with Megan Fox here. Try and set her up for next turn. We need K-Stu and Jaden back in the fight, so K-Stu and Jaden are going to straight up haul as much ass as they can. Now, granted, it's not Kim Kardashian or perhaps a Nicki Minaj or anything over here, so, I mean, the amount of ass that's going to be hauled is a little less than one would have come to expect from our troopers. Typically, in the hauling ass department, they haul massive quantities of ass. I mean, they deal in volume as opposed to high prices. They're more of a volume dealership kind of thing. I think I'm just going to take the 71% chance here. That was good enough that I wish I had waited to Overwatch with this trooper, because we might have been able to get a grenade kill there. That might have done enough damage that we could have cleaned him up. That guy's going to fly high, so where he's coming down, anybody's guess. And the others seem to be sort of setting up for some kind of raid or assault. Taking a poke at Sean Penn there. Yeah, there, bud? Nope, you are not. Alright, then. So we should have some shots, then, from a couple troopers here. Or just Sean Penn? Just Sean Penn, actually. That's okay. I have confidence that Sean can get it done. So we're going to take this shot first, the 56%. That's a hit. And we're actually going to put... We're not going to waste any more of Sean's ammo or his Overwatch ability. We're just going to straight up go for the kill here. Kesha can easily handle this little chuppy here. I'm assuming. Kesha? What do you feel? Think you feel like getting a kill here? There you go. So that's got that gentleman sorted. And we absolutely could have gotten the kill had we not put Kesha on Overwatch last turn. Missed opportunity there, but that's okay. We're going to bring Kristen Stewart at a dash over here, and I think we're going to probably bring Jaden Smith over to support the Surgeon. Now, we do have to worry about incoming grenades, because some of those floaters were heavy floaters, and heavy floaters do have a strong affinity for chucking grenades at sort of hapless targets, so we're going to be very careful in that respect. We're going to bring Tay-Tay back in here. She's probably going to reload at the end of that move. Sean Penn's just going to go ahead and Overwatch. And Tay-Tay is, in fact, going to go ahead and reload. And then we're going to bring Miley Cyrus back in here, where I feel at least a little bit safer.
On the move.
As you can see, Miley did her patented wrecking ball maneuver with that corridor there. She came in hard and low, folks. So at any moment now, I'm expecting pod collapse to be a thing. We've activated a number of units. They're going to run into each other, sort of going for help. Little Overwatch here from Captain Sean Penn. Well, Military Superman threw a miss there. Now, you can't hit them all, Sean. That's okay, buddy. I gotta assume that was a double move. Yeah, it was, in fact. And so, sort of just trading fire here with Sean Penn and one heavy floater at a time. A situation with which I'm reasonably comfortable. Sean with a pretty good hit chance here. Delivering 8 damage. Not his greatest output of all time, but certainly nothing to sneeze at. And 2 coin flips, so we're going to take it. This could potentially generate a kill, but it's not likely. Yeah, we're not quite lucky enough. And Sean Penn is now officially out of ammunition. We could try and close that gentleman out with the Surgeon. He could get to there and have a reasonable chance. Not entirely sure I really like that. This is a little risky with Kesha, but she has a shot. Not a great one, though. So let's get Megan Fox over in this vicinity. We're going to move the Surgeon to here. We may revisit Kesha in a moment. We're going to bring Jaden Smith over here. And K-Stu is going to be over here for a little bit of backup. We are not going to open that door, however. Taylor Swift, can you contribute anything to the Sean Penn situation here? Let's see if maybe Taylor can get sort of a long-range, kind of low-percentage shot. I would take it if it's available. Vision? None. Alright, just going to be Overwatch for Tay-Tay. I think we're going to have Miley dash, actually.
Location confirmed.
And that just leaves us Chris Brown and Sean Penn. I think we'll put Chris on Overwatch. Kesha has, frankly, a bad shot. And I don't like leaving her in half cover, so we're just going to have her move. Let's try and encourage this guy to get in a gunfight with Sean Penn. Sean Penn has better cover. And if things go very badly for Sean or Sean gets hit, we can always open that door and just murder that chap. So Chris Brown still has not corrected the problem with his sights, I see. Tay-Tay's going to get a shot. This could generate a kill if Tay-Tay pulls a hit. Taylor Swift apparently borrowing Chris Brown's sights for that shot, pulling about 20 feet to the left.
No damage on selected target.
I am very surprised that did not get a grenade. That I'm very shocked. So Sean Penn got suppressed. That's actually a good thing. I'm quite pleased by the suppression. Okay, a little repair for him. That's probably not going to save him. So it's time to spring our ambush. Wait a minute. What are you? Oh, okay, it's just another floater. I had thought that perhaps that pod of chrysalids had snuck up on our flank, and I was about to be very salty. Fortunately for us, Megan Fox is on the scene and is prepared to do a serious amount of damage here. She's going to do a number on these gentlemen. Yeah, so 14 damage critical. Nothing to sneeze at there from Megan Fox. And we're going to give her the double tap, but we're going to double tap a different target. We're going for the 93% shot here. 9 and a shred. That's good enough. Now, the reason I'm wounding all of these guys as opposed to just straight up killing one is, of course, as you can see, Jaden Smith is on the scene, and Jaden Smith got himself in the zone, so I'm suspecting Jaden's going to be in that zone.
See you in hell.
And he is, in fact, looking like the zone is precisely where he's headed.
He's down.
So, 1-2 drops the boom. Jaden Smith not fucking around, getting some shit done for us. Chris Brown, did you fix that sight yet? I'm going to guess no. Let's have Kesha go ahead and take the first shot. Kesha has hollow targeting, so we can wind this guy up a little bit. Not going to make Kesha hit, of course, but improves everyone else's chances just a bit. Kristen Stewart may actually have a shot from here. She does, in fact. A terrible, terrible shot. We may revisit that in case of a dire emergency. We're going to have Jaden take a flush shot, see if we can move this guy and dump his Overwatch. We got 5 damage out of it. Didn't get rid of the Overwatch, however. Chris Brown, still a terrible chance to hit. I don't really want to draw the Overwatch there with Yaya. Sean Penn's suppression has been lifted, so he's going to reload, and Taylor Swift could easily take down that monkey. Where is Jaden? Jaden could still move and pull this Overwatch for us, but the problem with that is I'm not sure what he's going to be up against. We're going to have to risk it. Oh my god, that was the wrong unit. Kristen Stewart is probably dead. Ah, god damn it, Jaden Smith. Why do you look like Kristen Stewart? Okay, so that went as horribly wrong as it could possibly have gone. Well, that's not true. I mean, she could have died. I'm not at all pleased with that. Not at all. So 2 46%ers. We're going to have to risk it and hope Sean can deliver the kill here.
Kill confirmed.
He did indeed. And Tay-Tay is going to have to buck up and possibly take some Overwatch for us here.
I'm on it.
We can't risk that this gentleman not die. Kristen Stewart is in a very vulnerable position for us. Oh, I don't like our hit percentage at all. And we have basically sullied any chance that Miley could come and finish him off. Alright. Where's Kristen Stewart? Oh, Kristen Stewart can't do anything for the rest of it. Alright, well, let's take this shot with Tay-Tay. If I shouldn't have doubted her. I shouldn't have doubted her. It's Taylor Swift. Why would I doubt Taylor Swift?
Target pacified.
Taylor delivers. That's the one thing we know. So Chris Brown is going to go in Overwatch.
Shield, Commander.
Yeah, actually is going to just readjust slightly. Also go in Overwatch.
I've got my eyes on.
And let's hope that Kristen Stewart can get some help before she's killed. Very upset that I did the wrong unit there. Very upset. Oh, you know what? We had flush shot with Jaden Smith. I am a stupid man. Stupid man. That's okay, though. K-Stu is going to be able to get over here for a little emergency medical assistance. So we're going to bring K-Stu at a dash. And said emergency medical assistance is going to be rendered then by Doc Brown here. So Doc, yeah, throw a battle scanner at her. That's exactly what you need to do. Scan the injuries first, then heal them. You want to make sure you apply the healing salve on the right part. Of course, you don't really need any kind of advanced scanning for that. The part that you should put the salve on is the part that's spurting blood everywhere.
Moving to Overwatch. It's killing.
Chris Brown overthinking the situation here. Not really rocket science currently.
Moving to position.
We're gonna have Tay-Tay fall back, and I'm looking at our time here. Notice our episode run a little bit long.
I'm on it.
Probably what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and wrap things up. We'll get everybody repositioned and ready. We've only eliminated 2 pods so far. And there's still floaters somewhere running around, but I think this is a pretty good place to wrap things up. We've got everybody sort of in a safe position of safety. Everyone's reloaded, fully armed, and ready to engage. So we will go ahead and get this over with and pick it up next time, I think. Assuming the aliens don't just bum rush us in a...
Hear that?
It doesn't sound like an alien bum rush. Alright then, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comments section. Of course, your support really does mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, and for once, this isn't a dull-ass small UFO mission where I go kill 9 drones and 2 outsiders. Feel free to subscribe as well. See how this one turns out. A little more excitement and tension in this one. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.